What's up, YouTubers? It's your girl Shannon from EV and Chill, and today we're talking road trips because today we are in Ithaca, New York. We're in the Tesla Model Y, and today I'm going to tell you why we chose to take the Model Y on a road trip instead of the EV6. But first, let me back the bus up and let me tell you why we're in Ithaca. And basically, people, we are here to visit some wineries. Now, we're staying in Ithaca, but we're hitting up wineries along the Finger Lakes. First of all, I cannot say Finger Lakes without laughing. That is really funny, and there were too many jokes to make, so just think of one, pick that one in your head, and drop it in the comments below. Okay, so we're visiting wineries along the Finger Lakes. We had this trip planned for like a month, but a few days ago, when we were really looking at like our route to get here, we realized that taking the EV6 might not be the best vehicle, and let me explain. So we were planning our trip, we were using the PlugShare app, and I'm gonna throw it up on the screen so you can follow along with me. But when we were planning our trip, we realized that we would kind of be taking the most indirect route to get from DC to Ithaca. So all these little orange icons you see on the screen, these are all the DC fast chargers between DC and Ithaca. So we realized we would have had to charge right outside Harrisburg, then drive through Scranton, get a charge in Binghamton, and then that's it, people, because there were no CCS DC fast chargers in Ithaca, so that charge we would have gotten in Binghamton would have had to have lasted us a long time. Because we're not just like gonna spend our whole time in Ithaca, right? We're traveling to the Finger Lakes, which are like 40 miles away, so that one charge would have had to really last. Now, the hotel we're staying at, they did have level 2 chargers available. I think I counted even like 4 of them. However, the issue is that all of them were occupied the whole time. And I even checked twice. First, when we checked in, I checked to see if any were available. And then later that evening, they were still completely full. So now let's look at the route we took for the Model Y. And we were able to take the most direct route. It had a stop for a charge in Williamsport, and then we were able to continue on our way to Ithaca, which that had us save like an hour to an hour and a half in time, which was awesome. But then once we got to Ithaca, like I mentioned before, all the level 2 chargers were occupied, but that was okay because Ithaca had its own Tesla supercharger there. And what was even better was that it was outside a Trader Joe's, an Ulta, and a TJ Maxx. So I was not done shopping by the time the Tesla was done charging. But that's okay, that's a different kind of story. So it was zero stress and zero anxiety because we knew we would always be able to charge. And we realized that this is the first road trip we've taken in the Model Y in 6 months. We've been so preoccupied with the Mach-E, the Ioniq 5, now the EV6, that we really didn't have a chance to take this one out on the road. And I have to say, honestly, I really love this ride. It's quick, it's smooth, it's tight. It's kind of like me, actually. But I kind of figured we would like it because we love the Tesla Model 3 so much. I mean, we took that across country without a problem. But this one really is no different. We've really had a seamless time charging. Really, there's kind of been no drama to this road trip at all. And that kind of leads me into another comment that we've gotten. A lot of you guys have asked us like why we always prioritize other vehicles on our YouTube channel instead of the Teslas. And it's probably for good reason. I mean, number one, those other vehicles, those are the new like hot vehicles on the market. Those ones have more limited availability, so people have more questions about them. So YouTube-wise, those other vehicles kind of do better than Teslas. I mean, Teslas have been out for a while now, right? And then secondly, everything on the Tesla kind of works. I mean, autopilot works well, phone as a key works well, charging is seamless. Teslas are kind of like drama-free, so that doesn't create for very exciting videos. But truthfully, I mean, putting YouTube aside, driving the Model Y, I think it's probably become my favorite EV. No, scratch that. My favorite vehicle that I've owned of all time. Again, just because it's drama-free, it's easy to own. I mean, again, everything just works. I don't know how else to say it other than it's just been a really easy time owning this vehicle. Now, that being said, I really wish we could have taken the EV6 on a road trip, and it's nothing against the EV6 itself. I mean, honestly, the car itself is really great. It's just that the charging infrastructure wasn't there for us to be able to take it on the trip. Again, I think DC fast chargers, they've come a long way even just in the past few years, but I think this trip really illustrates that they still have a long way to go. And I have no doubt that eventually third-party chargers will be as prevalent, almost as prevalent as gas stations maybe one day, but we're just not quite there yet. But don't worry, we will be taking the EV6 on a road trip at the end of the month, so there's your reasoning to hit the subscribe button right now. And if you've already subscribed, do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up. It helps with that whole YouTube algorithm thing. Well, that's all I've got for now. Mama's gonna go hit up some mama juice, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. That's all I've got. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. All right, babe, let's go get crunk.